Welcome back to IGN Live at Comic-Con 2018. I'm Max Scoville. Call of Duty is one of the biggest video game franchises in history, and with Black Ops 4 launching this October, it's only going to keep getting bigger. Here to tell us more are Treyarch's Jason Blundell and Craig Houston. Hello.
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 Thanks for coming by, guys. I think
it's lovely here. It's very comfortable.
we got a couch this year. We had a desk the past few years, and we were tired of it.
We've been sitting on rickety chairs for most of the day, so this is luxury.
It's a higher quality here.
Well, thank you. We got a rug and everything. So Black Ops 4, you're here to talk about zombies, right?
Yes.
That's the thing you guys have been working on. And I
for
feel
10 years.
I feel like zombies, like initially it was sort of like you got a little bit of freedom, and you were like, we're gonna be over here making zombies, and then gradually it almost overtook the rest of Call of Duty. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on in Black Ops 4 Zombies?
Well,
you want to take that one?
Lots of things are going on. We have a brand new storyline that we're starting. We are starting the Chaos story, which is what you're going to see in the maps Voyage of Despair and 9, with a brand new crew of Scarlet, Diego, Bruno, and Shaw. They're our new characters, and we're really excited for everyone to get to know them. We're also still dipping into the Ether story that we've been doing for many years as well, with Richtofen and his crazy pals. On the map, Blood of the Dead, and all 3 of those maps are part of the main game.
Blood of the Dead?
Blood of the Dead.
How is that not taken?
We don't know.
Somehow we got clearance on that.
Jason's just excellent at Scrabble.
Eureka. So you've got zombies on the Titanic. Let's talk about that. How did that get approved?
Well, so the new Chaos story really kind of plays with our known history. So in the Chaos story, things that happen with zombies kind of happen with what's kind of our known history of the world. So it can kind of fit in there, and we can kind of experiment and have fun with stuff that people know about, but insert the idea that zombies were there at that time.
Which in a weird way has kind of been part of the DNA of the Black Ops series. The entire series has always been about layers of story and what was really going on behind what you perceive to be the truth. So it's great for us. We can grab historical things, both real and mythical, and just play around with them and insert our crazy gang into it and let them fight the undead, as you can see.
And it's just lots of fun to go to the Titanic, to be honest.
Yeah. That's awesome. What was your research for the Titanic levels? Like, how accurate is it aside from the zombies and the?
It's extremely
absolutely, yeah. We got all the blueprints, kind of broke everything down, even to the point where there's parts of the level where there's food sitting out, and that was the actual meal that was sitting on the tables when the Titanic sank.
That's awesome.
So our artists went to the level of detail. The clocks are set at the exact time when it sank.
Yeah. There's a few dialogue lines about one of the characters feeling a bit unwell after one of the dinners he ate, and what he ate was actually on the menu. So we're pretty specific about these things.
That is like James Cameron levels of attention to detail.
Yeah, but we're not as angry.
I don't think anyone is
on a daily basis.
So you've got also a lot of magic going on here. A lot of
dark magic.
Yes. Can you speak a little bit more about that? And also, is that? And now we pirate times? What?
Because a man has a knife.
The classic pirate weapon. The knife.
Yeah. So the intro IDC kind of shows that our gang have gone on board to kind of get this artifact. And
it goes a bit wrong.
It goes a bit wrong. This other character kind of turns up, grabs it, and then starts a process. And that process protects the people inside the bubble, where you see this kind of all this black kind of ooze spread out across the ship, and that's what starts to convert everyone into zombies, and also transform the world into a trial.
These crazy things getting pulled from different parts of history and thrown in there. Yeah.
Now, towards the end here, I think there's a bit of sort of a coliseum.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's from the map 9.
That's 9, yeah.
What's going on there?
Bit of time travel. Love a bit of time travel.
All right, time travel.
Yeah, so we start off and our characters are in a mysterious cave, and they breathe deeply of these vapors and then travel back in time to somewhere kind of BC AD time.
Because that's how science works.
Exactly, and and they're basically in this kind of coliseum, and they have to defend themselves against all the nasty zombies.
And that's a fun one, because there's a huge crowd there who are actually going to respond and interact and jeer and cheer depending on how the characters are doing.
If you showed this gameplay out of context to people, I think there'd be a lot of other things they would list before they're like, "That's Call of Duty."
Yes.
Like you guys have gone pretty far off.
Well, this was really exciting because we really wanted to kind of deal with the idea of, okay, what about a zombies map where there was an audience? What happens if there's a place where, because normally it's in a kind of dark place or it's snowing or raining. We're like, okay, let's do it nice and bright in a huge coliseum with tons and tons of people, and they're jeering at you and kind of shouting at the players as they kind of perform. So that's why we really wanted to kind of do this map, which was just so different from all the stuff we've done in the past.
But as we're trying to make clear to people who feared this might be a small map, there is a lot more to it just than that central arena. That's where you start, but.
Well, you just teed me up for my next question.
Okay.
Obviously, one of the big, huge additions to Black Ops 4 is Blackout, which is a battle royale, for lack of a better term. Did you ever consider putting maybe zombies in a scenario like that? Is that something you could see happening?
This is moving into we can't talk about this kind of stuff.
That's an interesting question.
I mean, when we did the reveal, it did show that.
Is this the point where we have to be cryptic?
You're always cryptic.
Yeah,
That's your hobby.
it feels like it right now.
What do you know? Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Now, I got to ask, is there anything, without spoiling maybe stuff you've got tucked away for future iterations of zombies, is there anything that just got shot out of the sky? Like any crazy idea, you're like, we have an idea for something, and they were like, no, you can't do that. And they're like, all right, well, the Titanic instead, we'll do it, Like,
it's very rare, It's actually, we encourage that stuff. So part of the kind of zombies ethos is look for stuff that is provocative, look for stuff that the community's not expecting, look for stuff that makes us feel a little bit scared.
Because we don't like repeating ourselves, and we want every map to stand alone and be a fresh new experience that can be an entry point for anyone. So, while there's a larger narrative that connects both 9 and Voyage, they kind of stand alone as their little adventure, because we don't know which one people are going to play first.
The only ideas that we knock down are ones where they repeat.
Yeah.
It's not the new stuff. It's when it's like, oh, we've done that before. So no.
Too safe. Get that out of here.
Too safe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Too simple.
Can you mentioned the characters for a moment. Can you kind of give me a quick primer in the new characters?
A little bit. I mean, we have a prequel comic book series coming out with Dark Horse that we announced yesterday, which is going to tell the story of how these 4 characters came together on this adventure. They are all connected to a chap called Alistair Rhodes, who is actually Scarlett's father. They are all associated with him, and we'll find out more about him and how he met all these crazy people and what their individual skills are. So, part of the fun is just really leaving it so that people all learn to love them and learn more about them as the story develops. So we don't want to put ourselves in a box. I got an interesting question the other day. It's like, are these all good guys? And I was like, well, it's more interesting than that. Put it this way, as the story progresses, your opinions about them are going to change and evolve.
Part of the journey is letting our community kind of work these things out.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. That is out October 12th?
Yes.
Yep.
Wonderful. Thank you guys so much for coming by.
Our pleasure.
Coming up soon, dozens of film franchises. Oh, good. They're making me. Okay, sorry. Dozens of film franchises highlight man's unending battle against vicious sea animals. Even fewer of them feature our constant struggle against nature's hell carousel, the tornado. But only one movie series combines both those things to create one deadly threat, the Sharknado. And with the upcoming movie, The Last Sharknado, it's about time we are talking to the stars of the film about finally killing that awful fish cyclone. We've got so much more, but first, I think we could all use a dose of the Daily Fix.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Is that good?
Wonderful. Thank you so much.